If you're trying to work on your English and be better at it, I'm sure this one thought must have crossed your mind, and that is, how long would it take for me to become fluent? And if by any chance you've searched this one on YouTube, you will find amazing thumbnails stating Master English in 30 days, Master English in 3 months, 6 months, and whatnot. It's confusing because for some it just takes 1 month, for others it's 3 to 6 months, but for others it takes a long time to become better at this language. So in today's video, I'm going to answer this very question once and for all. I've divided this whole video into 5 parts in which I'll be telling you my personal experiences, the approach I followed, and how by following some simple tips and tricks, you can ace your speaking English journey. Stay tuned. Do you also wonder why there's not one common answer to this question, that how long would it take for you? Why there are different answers for different things? Let's understand this with a simple example. Imagine you are standing on a 200-meter racetrack. There are some people who are standing on 0 meter. There are some people who are standing on 50 meters, or there are some people who are standing on 150 meters. Now the whole race is of 200 meters. Who will reach the finishing line soon? Definitely the one who's at 150 meters, right? But who would take a lot of time? The one who's starting from 0 meter. That's exactly how learning happens. When you are in your learning journey, you're always at different stages of learning journey. Some of you are beginners, some of you are in the middle way of your journey. Imagine the journey to be of 10 stages. Some are standing at step zero. They have even not started their journey. Some are on step 7. That's why different people have different learning time. And if you're starting from zero, even that it's okay, no problem. If you've ever seen your favorite YouTuber's first video, you would find it really awkward. Remember that we never start from perfection. We start to get the perfection in the journey. Now, the question is, how do I check at what step I am? Ma'am, you told us that you may have different steps. That's why you're not able to achieve the fluency. Well, to test at what level you are currently, I should give you an amazing hack to try it now in part 2. Now we are in part 2. The step which I'm talking about, I call it as 1 minute challenge. So what you have to do is sit at a calm or composed place. Now grab your phone, think about a random topic you want to talk on. Set a timer on your phone. It could be talking about your routine, your upcoming travel plans, what you did yesterday, or maybe what are your plans ahead, anything you can talk about. Just grab your phone, start the timer, and start speaking. Now, you have to speak for 1 minute. Why do we call this a challenge? It's called challenge because it comes with its own terms and conditions. While you record yourself, what do I want from you? I want you to be very strict with yourself, which means if at any point you fumble while speaking, pause the recording time. If at any point you are not able to think of the right word, or there's a pause in the middle, stop the video then and there. The reason I asked you for this is because we want to track for how many seconds or how many minutes were you able to speak at a stretch without nervousness, without hesitation, or without any awkward pause. Now is the time to track yourself. If you are able to speak for good 40 to 50 seconds, that means you're doing good. You're already ahead of 80% of the learners. But if you could speak just for 10 to 20 seconds without a pause, that means you would need a little more time to become fluent. But if you change your strategy or your approach, that can be done very soon. This brings me to the top 3 factors which affects your fluency. Let's talk about this in part 3. Step 1 talks about how long are you giving time to your learning journey. Imagine there's learner A who's giving 1 hour every day for his English speaking. On the other hand, there's a learner who's giving just 5 minutes a day. Who will be improving faster? Of course, the one who's giving more time, right? But this brings me to the second step, which is a little confusing. It's not just about time, it's also about how are you learning English. What kind of practices are you doing? Imagine this learner who's devoting 1 hour, technically should improve faster, is just spending 1 hour in watching movies, videos, podcasts, or listening to other things, but not speaking. Will this person improve? Not at all, because this time, while you're spending good 1 hour in your brain, you're telling I'm improving my English, you are just feeding yourself with information. You are not giving the output. As they say, if you are in all the videos that you watch is input, what you speak is the output. If input is more than output, your speaking would never improve. Your understanding towards English would improve, but at the end you have to speak. Your goal is to speak English. So speaking is important as well. So it's not just about how much time are you giving, it's also about what kind of practices are you doing in that stipulated time. Even you speak for just 25 to 30 minutes a day, you should look at what is the output. Learning is all about speaking and expressing more. Here in English, you don't have to take out the notebook or the pen, write down the things out there. You're not preparing for any exam, you're preparing for the real world conversations. Step 3 is, are you learning alone or under guidance? Imagine you have to go to a particular place and you ask different people. These people would tell you different routes. Sometimes you may take a longer route to reach the destination or even a wrong route. But imagine in that case, you have a set location and you have set it on Google Map. The tendency of you reaching the exact place increases. This means Google Map tells you in which direction to go, which route would be apt for you, where you would find less traffic, right? The same happens when you're learning English. If you would follow random people would give you random advice, and not every advice is meant for you. You need a guidance from somebody who's better than you, somebody who can correct you, rectify your mistakes, improve you at every step, and give you a direction. And this someone should be a person who has already taken the path. Imagine you want to be a doctor and you're learning how to become a doctor from an engineer. Would you be? No. People of same professions can help you better. That's why they're called experts. The same we do at English Yari. At English Yari, you get to meet expert English tutors who act as a guiding light in your journey. Just like Google Map help you which route to take, these tutors are there to help you at every step and look over you so that whenever you go wrong, they rectify you. They tell you that, okay, this is the path and that's how you improve. So simply download the English Yari app now. The link is in the description and try out yourself with a trial session at just rupees 99. Here we are on our part 4. If you have listened to me so far, I must tell you that you are understanding this topic not just for the sake of understanding. We are here to teach you practically. At the end, you must know not everyone who is there in the market can tell you what exactly works. We are working on it together. Part 4 is a special part because let me share my secret trick which helped me a lot in my learning journey, and you can try it too. So I call this as the power of visualization, not the visualization you do, I want money or I want to attract something. Visualization means I used to watch a lot of motivational speakers. You name it anyone and I've seen it. You name it, I've done it. Be it Sushmita Sen, Shah Rukh Khan, Priyanka Chopra, whatnot. I used to watch them and see how confidently are they speaking and delivering their speech. Now I would lock myself in the room and pretend as if I am the celebrity as well. And during this time, I would feel as if the floor is my stage and the wardrobe or the mirror I have, all of them are audience in my room. I would exactly try to speak how they spoke. Imagine myself to be the one who has achieved something in life, present my winning speech or award taking speech and whatnot. You know why I'm telling you this? This may sound funny to you, but this actually builds a lot of confidence in you. It gives you positivity that you can do it. And if you're a working professional, imagine you have your upcoming interview, you can just do that. Feel as if you are the one who's sitting in front of the recruiter and answering one after the other, the mock interview. Or if you're a student and you have a presentation the other day, you just mimic it out there. This actually works. In part 5, let's answer this question one last time. How long will it take for you to become fluent in English? Well, if you are an intermediate learner, then around 3 to 6 months hardly would take you to reach your next level and you'll see the confidence. If you are a beginner, you struggle to form sentences, it might take you a little longer, 9 to 12 months. And if you are the one who's just listening, just watching, not trying, then you may never improve your English. But here is a good news. You can always control the speed of your learning. If you want to expedite your whole process, start small but start smartly. Try surrounding yourself with people who speak in English. If that's difficult, get a partner who help you, because speaking with somebody is always better than just speaking alone, because while speaking alone, you may have the feeling of quitting or you may lose out on your motivation. Thank you so much for watching me till the end. If you really like this video, don't forget to click on the follow or subscribe button so that every time when we come live, you get the update. And let me know in the comment section if you liked our 1 minute challenge activity. Let me know for how many minutes or how many seconds were you able to hold the conversation. And if you're really serious about your English learning journey, which can help you a lot in your career, your personal and professional life, don't forget to try a trial session with English Yari today. Until then, wish you happy learning.